what is Transitions Foundation in general?
Transitions was started basically with the vision to see all the kids that we work with transition out of high school into university.
Okay.
And the reason why we want to smooth their transition is because a lot of kids, especially from township backgrounds and poor backgrounds, don't usually have kind of any vision for themselves going to university and doing anything beyond grade 12. And so what it is really about is to provide them that kind of foresight to say after high school there's something else, and to help them with that transition, because it is quite a big jump.
And how did you get to transitions?
I applied for a job. There was something circulating in the circle. So because it's a volunteer position, it pays a stipend, which isn't very big. And so it couldn't be advertised as a regular job. But I did see it advertised somewhere, and I applied, and they really liked me of all the interviews that they did, and I joined. And that was 3 years ago.
3 years ago. And what is everyday working in transitions? Like, what are you doing?
So, as the managing director, I'm responsible for the day-to-day coordination of the program. I'm responsible for making sure that there's enough tutors to stay true to our low tutor-learner ratio. I'm responsible for making sure the mentorship program runs well, for fundraising and reporting to the donors, as well as reporting to the board. And then finding coordinators that can help me as well, so volunteers that are interns, or so 2 of them that we have now are previous students on the transitions program. Then we have another previous student who's tutoring, and then other young tutors, and one of our board members is the head of the tutoring group.
All right. And I forgot my question right now. I had a good question. Let me think again. Yeah, I did. So, what are you most proud of so far about transitions?
Well, first of all, and it might sound simplistic, but I'm proud that we're still going. So transitions started 2010, 2011, but we got the program running 2012, 13, and 14. So our first class graduated in 2014. And then at the time we were taking a class and then taking them through 3 years before we pick up another one. But when I joined at Transitions, I thought we needed to stagger our growth. So not only have 20 kids in the program running for 3 years, but rather take 20 every year, which is what we're doing. So I'm most proud of the fact that we're still going and the fact that we've grown, actually.
That's good. And what do you see like where transitions can still grow as a organization?
There's lots of room for growth, but also there's a big need for extended learning programs or after-school programs. So my firm belief is that kids don't pass grade 12 in South Africa because they're being taught in school. They pass because they have extended learning happening, whether it's because they're doing a sports program outside of school, or they're being tutored outside of school, or they're being engaged in some other way, life skills, whatever. There are other caring adults in their lives that are extending their learning beyond school, more than just their parents and teachers at school. So I really believe in after school work, or out of school hours, extending kids' learning out of school hours, because I think that's why kids pass these days.
All right. And where do you see transitions going in the next 5 years? Or where do you hope
to see?
So I see
us continuing to grow. We focus on grade 10, 11, and 12. So by next year, we'll have all 3 classes. We'll have a class of grade 10s, 11s, and 12s. But I also see us starting to get more kids per class, more than just 20. So the biggest we can grow now is 60 if we keep to a class size of 20. But if we want to grow bigger than that and have an even bigger impact in that school that we are in, we're going to have to grow our class size, which means growing our tutor size, and more people need to be working on the program. So there's definitely more room for growth. And I think in the next 5 years, we'll have bigger class sizes and we'll have more kids at Ellen Ridge School joining the program.
All right. I think that's enough.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sibo.
Thank you.
Bildung schafft Zukunft. Auch du kannst dich bei uns einbringen und dabei helfen, unsere Vision zu verwirklichen. Spende für unsere Projekte im südlichen Afrika. Werde schon ab 1 Euro im Monat Mitglied bei GoAhead.